Yes, Aaron, out of the FA Cup, bro. Unfortunately, I'm going to ask you to speak in English to dissect this crap.
Yeah.
Bro, sum that up, man. Out on pens.
We just talked off air and we both determined that we feel numb to it, man. You don't really know how to react to this. Like, penalties. And the thing is, even on penalties, you still had that little bit of hope. You thought, oh, maybe.
That's the way we're going to scumbag through.
Yeah.
Pens Arsenal.
I was already thinking.
Harry Maguire offside goal last round, then pens again. It just would have been so us.
You
couldn't even do that.
I was already thinking about scamming our way to the final. Listen, we couldn't beat these lot on penalties, but I just feel numb, bro. That's the overall feeling that I have. Yeah, I feel numb.
Where'd you go to start by like breaking down then how we ended up there at penalties? Because, you know, first 20 minutes was all right. You know, Fulham were kicking it out, weren't playing well actually. A couple of shots on target. You think, oh man, you know, they are. Then you get this middle part of the half, middle part of the first half where that impetus kind of went a little bit. And then you're like, well, okay, it's near half-time. No one's done anything. Just go in at half-time. Missed the first ball from the corner. Second ball, Mazraoui sleeping. 1-0 down.
And it's the same guy as well. I think Bassi scored two years in a row now at Old Trafford. I think it's just lapses of not being concentrated. The least you can do is track your man. Because I think everyone got caught off guard from that deflection that came off, was it Muniz?
Yeah.
And everyone got caught off guard and then forgot that Bassi was actually from the back post and...
No, I don't think it's a deflection. I think he heads... is it Robinson? Robinson heads it there.
Was it Robinson?
From the corner.
It wasn't Muniz.
I think it's Robinson. Yeah. He heads it
it's
there.
just, we're not concentrated. And again, it's the set pieces. We literally live and die by this. Because one game we can score from them, but then the next game we concede from there. So... What do you put it down to? It's also flat. It was very flat, I thought, in the first half. And I think, obviously, you were here as well. It was almost like a collective thing from the fans. Like, we were almost telling the team what to do.
Exactly.
That's
willing them on, say, come on, attack. Like, they were going backwards. Like, they're just scared and nervous. And, you know, you look at, we get back into it by Bruno, who gives us a lifeline, as usual. And then the game went back to, Fulham went, okay, no worries. Get the ball back down again and play. Where was the nice one, bro? Where was the swarming? Where was the suffocation? Where was the you're at Old Trafford, we've just pulled one back, the crowd's gonna be up, we're gonna be on your ass, we're gonna be on your necks. Like, none of that.
Yeah, and that's been a problem for time. Teams just coming in being comfortable to play us off the park. We're at home, we're meant to be the dominant team, but we're not. And even today, for large parts of the game, they were in control. They had the chances. And whenever we had the ball, we're giving it away in less than a minute, less than 30 seconds. We can't keep the ball. Sometimes I was watching this game and I was thinking, right, am I watching professional footballers or am I watching a bunch of 17, 18-year-olds? Because we can't keep the ball to save our lives. And that just comes down to the basics. Misplaced passes here, misplaced passes there. Instead of keeping our calm, being cool. No, we just want to boot it forward because we panic. No, just the ball is your best friend. Keep it. Keep it.
Basics, bro.
It's just the basics, because when we scored that goal, it was basics as well.
Yeah.
Get to the byline, cut it across, Bruno's there, go, cut back. Easy. Basics. But then when we make mistakes, it's down to basics as well. And listen, I want to sit here and say this guy has to do better in terms of basics, but Amorim said it himself. He can't be teaching these guys the basics because you play for Man United. You should be knowing that these things are second nature. They should be second nature to you.
No, not. You spoke about 17, 18-year-olds there. Well, Chido's 18. Is he 18 yet? 17.
I don't even know.
Anyway, young, and, you know, has killed it at under 18 level. We haven't even allowed him to kill it at under 23's level yet. And we're going, hey, Chido, get in here now. And he gets free looks. The third one was, you know, forces a great save from Leno. He nearly won the game from us. But even just with him being on for a relatively, well, instead of Rasmus, it just gave Bassi something to think about. Pushed him over a couple of times, got the turn on him. Chido, I mean, what did you see in contrast to Højlund? Discuss both.
Well, you mentioned it there. He was a nuisance.
Yeah.
He gave Bassi and he gave Anderson something to think about, you know. Yes, sometimes he would do the same thing that Højlund does, you know, pin them back and try and hold them off. But he did it well, you know, brought it down. A couple of combinations that I saw he was involved in with Xerxes, looked really good. And one thing that I really like about him, which is something he's better at in terms of Højlund, he knows where to be at the right time. Yeah. He can sniff it, because that's the centre.
Because people saying we don't create chances, and okay, that's a bigger conversation. But no, there's no chances for Højlund. Well, Chido's just come on. He's had 3 chances.
There you go. There you go. Especially that last one. Like, if you just know where the ball's going to end up, you have to be there at the right time. So many forwards that we can name that are maybe not the most technical, not the most physical, not the quickest, but they know, they can smell it. And Chido's got that at this age. Listen, give him more minutes, man.
Does he have to start now? Does he have to play like, you know, Sociedad, Arsenal? I know we can't just... It's not about putting all the hopes on him and gassing him out, but it's like people said, just play him, it can't be any worse. And it wasn't. If anything, the touches and stuff, he still got to feel his way into the game, but it was better.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? At this point, why not start it? Why not start? Because I'll be honest, when we play with Højlund, we play with 10 men flex. And I hate to be bashing a player like that, but it's looking awful. It's looking really, really bad. And it really bothers me that Amorim takes so long to take him off. It always takes longer than 60 minutes for Højlund to come off, and then we're like, well, Chido's got 20 minutes now and he's got to create a miracle. No, bring him in at half-time.
Send that
Take
message.
a chance.
Because it's not like Rasmus, you're like, nah, there's something there, he'll get something, like he's feeling his way into the game. This has been a consistent run of him just being completely out of it.
How many games without a goal now? Was it 17, 18?
Something like that, yeah. And it's almost like you're watching, you're feeling sorry for him. You see him just battling people, can't get a kick, misplacing the passes, can barely get a shot. Like, you actually feel bad. Just stop starting him. But he's obviously very cautious of Chido as well, because again, we pile the pressure onto a kid who technically isn't ready yet. But we got to put him in there because he has a flash, like half an hour, well, a little bit longer than that today, obviously, because of how long we had to play, longer than that. But looks better. And then you go, bro, I'm gonna need to do that again.
I mean, we did it with Rashford all them years back.
So exactly. Why not? That's it. Exactly.
Why not do it with Chido? Take a chance. That's all I'm saying. Take a chance, because you never know.
Bro, go again, man. Love, man.
Big up.
Yes, man. Come on.